Hi, I'm Sonny, and we don't have Ruby today. What have you done with Ruby?
Kicked her out.
I'm about to say, do you even know who Ruby is?
Yes, I think I do.
You think so? Now I've put you under pressure.
See, now I'm worried that I'm going to get it wrong, but it is your sister, right?
It is indeed my
Fantastic.
sister, the creator of this podcast. And you know what? I've done more shows than she's done because of this.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is the second time I've had to do a show without her. I call this a show. It's not really barely a show, but a pay show. Hell yeah, we need some better jingles if you want to get in on that. Well, anyway, who are you? We should probably introduce you. We might just end up doing like an hour without even saying your name.
That's it. Okay, so I'm Max Lohan. Do you want me to direct it?
You can direct it to whoever you want.
Okay. I'm Max
You can
Lohan.
talk out the window if you want.
And yeah, no, I'm an actor. Trying to be better at being an actor. I don't know.
Wow, would you say you're a bad actor?
I'm a
no,
bad
you're
actor.
not a bad actor. You're a good actor, and I can say you're a good actor.
Yep.
Because I think you've done two very cool things. You're in two very cool things right now.
Yeah.
You've had Bodies come out on Netflix, smash hit, which we'll get into, and the Enfield Poltergeist, another very interesting sort of like way to do a documentary.
Really, really
So
cool.
it's pretty cool. But before we get into all of Max Lohan and what that is, what have you been doing this week?
What have I been doing this week? Oh my God.
I've not prepped you for any of this, which I feel
No.
quite bad about, but I also think we'll get genuine answers now.
Let's dive into it. Yeah, I don't want to prep anything. Okay, cool. What have I done this week? I've gone to the gym once.
Nice.
I tried. I went to the gym once. I did a weekly shop. This is really boring.
Oh, yeah. What you get in your weekly shop? What do you guarantee to buy every week?
Do you know what it is?
Let me
And
guess.
this has been
Spinach?
No, I'm going to give you one more guess, but you're in
Am I
the
close?
ballpark. Yeah,
Kale?
It's not as bougie as kale. Okay,
Okay,
it's
pale?
Pale. It is pale. No. It's what's it called? A pointed cabbage.
Okay.
You
So
ever
like
seen
a
one of them?
fancy cabbage, I'm
Yeah.
imagining.
It's a fancy cabbage, but it's only like on deal. It's like 95p.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing, and
Hell
it's
yeah.
changed. You can eat it raw.
You can eat it raw?
Yeah. So you can put it on sandwiches, and it's great.
I'm just like picturing you like laid in bed hungover with a cabbage
with my
in
cabbage.
your arm, just like half asleep. Like most people get like McDonald's, but no, you've got a cabbage.
Pointed cabbage. I love how this sounds in the ear as well.
You like hearing your own
My
voice?
pointed cabbage.
Do you like the sound of your own voice, like
No.
as an actor? Because I know most people hate it. I hate it having to hear this, but are you not
Yeah.
used to it?
No. We have to do a thing in post-production called ADR.
Yeah.
And you hear everything. And you have to sometimes project and shout, scream, laugh, cry, all that stuff. And
Wow. Oh, sorry. Just also Ruby. ADR is additional dialogue recording.
yes,
She'll not know Ruby.
Yeah, no.
This is just for her.
that's what it is. I forgot.
Yeah,
what it
you
was.
pretty much just record dialogue after the fact.
Yes, after the fact.
Lip syncing almost, which we'll get into some lip syncing action later.
Yes, we will. That sounds wrong. And it's like you can hear yourself so much that
Wow.
that you just I hear it and I go, nope, don't like that.
No, never
Don't
going to
like
speak
that.
again.
Never going to
Going to
speak
become a
again.
silent film star. No, you speak and I'll dub your voice. Yes, my name's Max and I'm... So that's what you've done now. This obviously was started by my sister and it's kind of, I guess, the whole thing is siblings and blah-de-blah-de-blah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a sister.
You have a sister?
I have an older sister.
Older sister?
Yeah.
Me? Have you stolen my life?
I wish I could. But
You wish you'd rather have my... I don't think so.
I'd rather have your
I think
life.
you're doing more interesting things.
I don't live next to Wembley Stadium. Where have I just?
No, yeah,
Cut that.
people know where we are. Ruby's said our full address once, and I've had to bleep it.
Oh, that's great.
But
That's
people
great.
know it's Wembley.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful. There's literally the arch
Right up there.
and it looks awesome, and it's very, very cool. I've only just got into football this year, properly.
Okay, like proper.
I used to be like a part-time kind of guy who just liked to glory support.
Yeah, a bit like me. Like I like watching a game, but I don't necessarily have a team.
Exactly. Yeah, but now I
Now
have a
you
team.
have a team. Who's the team?
It's not because of the Beckham documentary. Yeah, no, it's Manchester United.
Okay.
And my dad was a supporter. His brothers are supporters as well.
Well, you're from like the Manchester area.
And I'm from the Manchester. Well, I'm actually from Bolton. So
I know.
it's
Don't worry.
sacrilege.
I've got Bolton written
got
down
Bolton.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I've been a real creep and Googled you.
Yeah. What you find? Some dirty stuff.
I think I found some interesting stuff
Oh, really?
that I'm going to ask you about.
Oh my god! I have. Okay, I have shamedly Googled myself once.
I was going to ask you if you
Well, you can
Googled
ask me.
yourself. Yeah. What have you found about yourself?
I just, to be honest, I just wanted to know what my star meter was on IMDb once. I just wanted to see
Fair
what
enough.
it was. And
Number 1?
it was god awful.
It was number 2?
I had about 1,000.
Fair enough. There's still, out of 8 billion people,
8 billion
and I think
people.
6 billion of those are actors, I think
you
you're
go.
pretty high up there then.
Doing pretty well. I'm really proud of myself. Yeah.
So, into football, Man United.
yeah.
How's that going?
It's not going good. It's going bloody awful. The one year I bought a shirt.
Okay, you've got a shirt. Is it your name or is it a player's name?
It's a no-namer, but
It just says no name.
It's from 2002 season.
It says add text here.
Add text here, your name, and I thought, well, they're not going to put
Yeah, they
your
don't
name
need
on the back. They did, no, but it's beautiful. It's an away kit. It's long sleeved. It's all baggy and everything.
Oh,
you know?
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like the last time Beckham wore this shirt. This was the shirt that Beckham wore.
Okay.
Not the actual one.
Let's say it is.
I love it.
Let's just say it is. Who's going to prove it? I don't know. Not me.
Yeah. No one's going to go into my wardrobe.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, maybe I should find a team. Maybe I should do Man City just so we can have like a rivalry. Oh no. I regret it already.
You've got Haaland. I'm saying you, but
Me.
They've got Haaland. And we've got Hoyland, and it feels like a budget Haaland. You know what I mean?
It's like the diet version.
it's like his brother came, and I was like,
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, his cousin, second removed, just came.
Who's the parents made him bring along the younger brother as
Yeah.
well. So you just play on that team, I guess.
Yeah, they're sharing a flat. Yeah,
There we go. Maybe that's a sitcom,
there you go.
which you star in.
I should.
See, we all bring it back.
Dye
You've already
my
got
hair.
the shirt for the costume.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I googled you,
Yeah, what'd you find?
and I found some interesting stuff. Do you know you're on famousbirthdays.com? That's
No.
cool as fuck.
Amma.
Yeah, you're on famousbirthdays.com.
Okay.
And it's so cool. And you grew up in Bolton.
Yeah.
You appeared in Doctors in 2020. It says who you're dating. It knows all about you.
What?
Yeah, it says Australian
make
actresses. I didn't make this. Some other people you're associated with.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, you're on famous birthdays. You're famous. This is like the...
That's a definitive
yeah.
moment.
Yeah, literally, this is what tells you. I can't believe you didn't know about this. I'm so happy to let you know. Yeah, you're on famousbirthdays.com.
That is so weird.
You also have a Pinterest page dedicated to you.
Go on. I genuinely don't know this. I'm not just like, I know everything.
Max Lohan, we've got some pictures of just you.
9 pins.
9 pins. People like you. It's just pictures of you. People saying perfect. And then Pinterest, this isn't your only home on Pinterest.
No?
There's also a Pinterest called Too Hot for Their Own Good. And you're in Too Hot for Their Own Good. No. And underneath it literally says, Max Lohan is a god.
I'm glad they finally realized.
Well, this is like hilarious to me because I do agree you are too hot for your own good. You don't realize,
Yeah,
and
thanks.
you are a god. But now you know about this. If you ever have a day where you're feeling down and you need your ego boosting, you've just got this. Some rando on the internet's calling you a god.
I'm going to show this to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which is documented on that famous page.
Yes, exactly. Everyone can figure out who she is. But I just think that's pretty, too hot for their own good. Now, do you think you're too hot for your own good?
No. I really don't. But I'm lying, and yes.
Yeah, we know it.
But I'm too hot for my
Yeah,
own
it's
good.
double T,
misspelled.
which I don't know what double T means for hot, but maybe it's because you're so hot.
Oh my god, this is an ego boost. Look at some of these beautiful men on.
I know. Well, you've got like, no offense, super famous people like, what's his name from? Jacob Elordi, or however you say it. And then you've got like, is that Penn Badgley? I don't know. It looks
That
like
is
it.
Penn Badgley.
So you've got like all these other people who are like, yeah. And then there's Noah Centineo, whatever his name is. And then Max Lohan. And I would say you're the hottest person on this.
Thank you so much.
Out of all of these people, you're the top.
And I think something that's underrated about me,
Yeah.
which is
That's a great sentence. That's a good... Go on.
is look at all these guys. They're all like very, they got the jaw, they got everything, they got the
Beards, a lot of beards.
But what I see is the small ears. Now you can cut this one out, but I do it for the big ear gang, and you don't see my ears much.
Oh, I'm feeling honored right now because I've got pretty big ears, and I've had big ears. I don't know. I guess I've had big ears. I think compared to most, but my ears have always been this big.
Yeah, you're
but my
saying-
head's been smaller.
Oh, see, I've got a big head, and I had to grow into my ears.
Same. Yeah, I had a tiny
Yeah.
head, big ears.
Oh my god. So Good.
So you do this for the Big Ear
I'm
Gang. I
doing it
love
for-
that. Yes. Let's get T-shirts made.
I know, the Big Ear Gang. And yeah, and I live with it.
So you think that's what makes you stand out? Your unique selling point is the big ears.
Yeah. I think we've got to make a little group and get Charles involved.
I think so. You know, ladies can suck on them.
Yes.
You know, the bigger the earlobe, the easier it is.
There you go. When we're older, it's just dangling in the wind.
Dangling in the like an old lady with saggy breasts.
Yes, but we have saggy
big
lobes.
saggy lobes.
I love it. I'm there for that. Yep.
So I'm trying to think what other stuff I have. Oh yeah, I also have a quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Tinder model with and without glasses?
You fucking you bastard.
Do you not want to talk about this?
I do. So I forgot about this completely, and someone brought it up last week.
Oh wow! So I'm like helping the memories at least. Someone's like pre-warned you for me.
Yeah, literally. And well, I did again forget, but then thank you.
No, yeah. Now next week someone else is going to ask you.
Yeah, no. What that was I used to do modeling. Hence why you see some pictures of me posing on the internet. And what that was, I did it with my cousin, and we were on the same modeling agency, and we got asked to do this social experiment for Specsavers.
Okay.
So we tried these glasses on, and there's no lenses in them. I don't need glasses yet.
Well, I was going to ask all that. Like, how fake are these glasses?
They're so fake. They were unbelievably fake. I think it was a favor
funny.
to another cousin. I don't know. It was a whole cousin affair. But yeah, I got like no swipes. They lied on the thing.
What?
Yeah, like
That's
barely
unbelievable.
anyone swiped on me. I don't think they all swiped on my cousin.
So with or without glasses?
I can't remember what it was. What was it? Is it there?
Well, yeah, it says without glasses was better. Let me try and find the exact numbers. The good-looking pair received a total of 255 matches with spectacles and 273 without. Both had more matches in Glasgow than anywhere else. So you move into Glasgow?
Yeah.
They clearly like
moved to
it.
Glasgow after that for like 3 months to film the first series of A-List. But I think the majority of those things were my cousins. Yeah, they were definitely hers.
So you had like 3 matches and she had 252.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough.
Pretty much. Actually, I have been on Tinder.
Yes.
As a single man many years ago.
Wow.
And I did terribly. I think I got 2 matches. I actually remember one of the names.
I don't believe that. I
I'm
think you
not
can
kidding.
get... Were you being picky? Were you swiping? Is it left or right? I think it's left saying no. Were you swiping left on everybody?
I am a bit picky, but you know, it's all about personality.
Yeah. And when you're looking at a bunch of pictures, sometimes I'm like, do you have a personality or just a set of bikinis?
There you go. Exactly. No, but I think I got 2 matches, and one of them was called Barbara. Now, Barbara was beautiful. She was like the dream girl. And it was only about a few years later that I probably realized Barbara wasn't Barbara.
Wasn't a real person.
She wasn't a real person.
Well, I don't use the apps, but I do have them as a single man myself.
Right.
And yeah, if I ever do go on it, I am like, I don't think you're a real person right now. Like I'm looking at these and I'm like, I don't believe you're real.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know who's putting this time and effort and what they're getting out of it, but I don't trust this profile.
I know, yeah, but I suppose it thickens out the kind of portfolio, doesn't it? It's kind of like, I've got some bots here, but my friends don't need to know that.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
It's weird. And I also see stuff like down for fun, Snapchat me, bloody blah. And I'm just like, this is probably a scam.
That is, do you know what? It's actually scary and it gets me in trouble.
What does that mean?
I get so many, I don't.
Oh, so you get those
messages, but
yeah,
on
I get those
Instagram,
messages too. Being
It's
like,
like
hey, view my
95.
pictures. And I'm like, remove or delete whatever.
Yeah, you get added to a group.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just didn't understand it because I'm terrible with tech and stuff. But I run it.
You were like, honey, this girl's offering us free pictures of some sort. Come look.
I just have to delete it straight away. No. Now it's on a different thing because when you have like a business account or whatever.
Yeah. It sends it into like a, I don't know, little side bit.
Yeah, a little side bit so you don't see them anymore. So now if I go through it, it's probably just chock-a-block.
Yeah. I always feel a bit sorry as well when like a bot follows me and it's some fake girl and I see one of my friends is following them back and I'm like, oh, come on, man. You should know better than this. They're not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tinder model with and without glasses. You do look quite young in these pictures. Like looking at you now and looking at you there.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Age and time just disintegrated.
Yeah, you worried about getting old?
A little bit when I turned 25.
Okay, how old are you now?
I'm 25 now.
You're 25 now.
So
okay.
last year when I turned 25, it was. I just went, I can't wait for my. Oh no, it was turning 23. And then when I know it sounds stupid, but when I was turning 23, I thought I was turning 22 because it was the whole COVID time.
Oh, so your brain just got like confused.
I was like, 22 is going to be a good year. 22 is a good age.
22 is going to be great for 22.
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
And then
you opened your first card. It said 23 on there.
I'm not kidding. I forgot for like a long time.
So you technically were 21 for 2 years.
I was 21 for 2 years.
Hell yeah.
Bang out of order. Absolute bang out of order. So now I'm 25 and I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah, you skipped 23.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to turn 23, so should I be worried?
Oh my God, yeah, you are, aren't you? Yeah, I forget that everyone that we obviously both know is around your age.
I'm a little baby.
Yeah.
I'm a little baby.
Are you the baby?
No, there's people younger than me. Because we met at film school, I guess. I don't really know. People don't know us.
No, they don't. Yeah,
I always forget that. People don't even realize what we're talking about.
And how we know.
And how so we met at film school, but before we get into film school, I just want to know, where did acting actually start for you?
It started when I saw one of my friends was late for his own birthday party.
Classic.
And he said, but he bullshitted all the time. So we were like, is it true? Is it not? And he said, I was just doing a little part in Coronation Street, which, as we know, is the northern.
The very successful, going 50 odd 60 years, baby.
Oh yeah, it's the bedrock of soaps. And
it really is.
And he was on it. He was on it for like an episode, and I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I thought he was really cool, and so I joined his acting class, and it was like an improv thing for kids.
Okay.
And then from there, got an agent that was like just a part-time thing. Got some like small, what they call, not walk-on roles, but you're like an extra. You're just an extra. And I used to go to like Waterloo Road for the day, get the day off school, go and sit in a room for 12 hours.
Sit and pretend to be a school kid, being like, I could be at school right now, but I'm not. I'm pretended to be at school.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it was great. It was a lot of good fun. And then I kind of went to this guy. Well, I had an English teacher one day in secondary school, and her son was an actor, and it's actually Joe Gilgan, you know, the guy from Brassic and everything like that. Yeah, so that was her son. And I said to her, listen, I want to be an actor. Where did your son go? And she went, oh, this place called David Johnson. Okay. And he sadly passed now, which is very sad. He passed not too long ago. But anyway, I went to his classes, and then from there got a different agent, a proper agent. And then she got me in, and I learned everything from him, and kind of went from there. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So I'm going to ask you, what was your first role, non-professionally and professionally? Like, did you do any school plays or anything?
Yes, I didn't do many though.
Okay,
I did. So my first role that I got in school was unprofessional, obviously, and it was Mary Poppins. Yeah, I played Mr. Banks in Mary Poppins. I went for a chimney sweep.
Okay, who's Mr. Banks again? Is he the big banker?
He's the father of the kids that Mary Poppins comes and looks after.
That's the Yeah.
I was
Saving
I was
Mrs. Banks or whatever it's called as well, that movie.
Yeah, exactly. So her like father or whatever. And I got that. Well, I went for like a really small part because I had to sing and I hate singing. And I was like, right, I'll go for a really small part. I've never done a play before. So I did it, and then they offered me this, and I was like, oh my God, yes, I'm so amazing. And yeah, got a bit of an ego boost. But that was really
that was
good.
The first ego boost.
That was the first one. And then, which was...
Okay, were you nervous?
Oh, God. I thought, oh, my God, plays aren't for me at all. They're not for me. I'm so nervous. And then as soon as you get on, you kind of chill, and you just need to think where you need to be then, what wing you need to be in and all that. So you don't think, you just do. So I loved it. And then, the first professional role was... I got like a small part in something. I can't remember. Not like it was so long ago. I'd say the first big job was the A-list.
Okay, yeah.
The first, because the other ones were just like tiny walk-on parts, a few lines here and there. Okay. The big job was the A-list.
This felt like a role.
This felt like a role.
I think we could talk about the A-list a bit then. That can lead in nicely. If we jump into the A-list. Do you know on TikTok, you're quite a popular little, like, not a fan cam necessarily, but people love posting clips of you.
Really?
Yeah, and that's what I found on TikTok. You can type in like #Max Lohan or just your name or something. A lot of it's you.
That's really interesting.
You've got fans out there, is what I'm saying.
That's sick. I don't have TikTok, so I don't know. I don't know
Fair
about.
enough,
I know about a few of the edits.
Yeah, I know there's some that's what they call the fan cams, where it's like music and picture of you, picture of you, picture of you. Max Lohan, whip pants and shit. Like that's all it is. Yeah, dissolve into another Max Lohan.
Yeah,
and it's got like love heart emojis everywhere and shit.
Oh, I love it. No, that was really cool. When that first started happening, I was like, oh my God, I was saying, this isn't for me, this is corny. Nah, I love it.
No, you love it.
How cool is that someone's taken the time to make an edit?
Well, that's what I mean. And like,
that's so nice. I thought it was really cool, but I didn't know how to like say thank you. I remember my parents at the time going, just say like a little thank you, like go, oh, thank you for the support and all that stuff. And it just felt so disingenuous. So I started replying to a few of the messages saying thank you. Okay.
Then that started like...
Don't do it.
The overflow, yeah.
Because then they have access.
Oh, no.
And while I appreciate it, you get a lot of messages.
Okay. Do you get weird messages?
Yeah.
Could you tell us what a kind of weird message you get? You don't have to.
I wish I had it actually still on my phone. It was really weird.
It was like free pictures. Click this link.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the tame one. That's the tame ones. No, these were like... strange, like
weird requests.
Yeah, just really weird things about being a part of my life.
Oh, so not even like sexual, just like, Max, I just want to sit and have a cup of tea with you.
Yeah, just general things.
I just want to wake up and get breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, it was like the New Year. It was like the New Year. And they would find things online which I've never seen.
Yeah, well, I've been finding pretty easily weird stuff about you. Yeah. The internet's a scary place.
It is scary. Like there was the thing that freaked me out was when I found a video of me playing guitar. And I don't remember, obviously I played the guitar, but I don't remember posting it. I don't remember
putting it anywhere.
And I think it was because my sister maybe put it on about 10 years, like 10 years
be like, happy birthday, Max, or some random like thing.
Little thing. And so we actually found out who did that. And it was this kind of person who was really great with, being a fan and putting things up and all that, and it was great. But then she started like it seemed like she was hacking or something.
Okay, yeah, just doing one step too far.
Yeah, like messaging family members.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit. You got any baby photos of Max?
Yeah, like
it's his birthday coming up. I'm getting the post planned.
Yeah, just getting the cards in the mail. And yeah, so that was weird. So we had to we didn't tell her off, but we said, "Can you please back off?" And then she was so like, "I am so." Well, I'm guessing it's a she. They were so. I'm so sorry. It wasn't anything. And then deleted the account. I was like, oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, you
didn't have to do that.
You just stopped, harassing my family. Well, no, I mean, that blows my mind just because, like you say, people putting the time and effort in.
Yeah.
And, like, you're just a friend of mine. So it's like, that's kind of how I view you.
Yeah.
I don't have that lens in between.
Where are my edits?
Here, I want some edits. I'll make you some edits. I'm going to make a bunch of edits using this, actually.
Yes. I want everything spinning, swiping in. I want the pixelated dissolve and everything.
Really pixelated images. That's what we're known for here.
Yeah.
You're getting real low quality images.
100%. And then a track of Busted. Something like Crash the Wedding or something like that. Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Thank you.
This will be ready.
I know you're going to probably do it.
Can you do me a favor? Can you help me out and just give some poses to the camera real quick so I have it? Just do the aggressive roar. Yeah, that's going to make the cut. Well, yeah, so the A-list, what was that like then? Because that was your first sort of big thing. You said you had to live in Glasgow for a bit?
Yeah, we lived in Glasgow in this like student accommodation for 3 months. I was on and off because my character dots in and dots out, so they were like, you're not staying the whole time.
You're like a nomad, right?
I was a nomad.
Yeah, well, the A-list is a Netflix show.
It is.
That is about, how would you describe it? Like a bunch of teens on an island?
Teens on an island. Yeah, there's no spoilers anymore, but there's like a demonic presence that it seems demonic, but it's actually this whole scientific thing.
Wow.
But then there's also an element of mystery and sci-fi and
lust.
And there's an episode, I think, where everyone kisses everyone else.
Everyone, okay, guys, so this episode, we're all just kissing each other.
It was literally like that one day.
We're just going to put you all in a circle and just have a camera spinning in the middle.
Yeah, literally. Dead back. Yeah, it's Anyway, but yeah, it was really good. It was a lot of fun, and it was like it felt like a big thing at the time. It was a BBC iPlayer series, and it got picked up by Netflix. And yeah, it was awesome because we were all in it together. We were all in like our first big job. And it was just really cool. We weren't in studios. We went into a studio like once.
Okay, so a lot of on location stuff. That's cool.
On location, it was great
Because it is a cool location from the few episodes I've seen.
Yeah.
I've not seen it all, admittedly, but the few episodes I've seen, it's very like foresty jungle kind of.
Oh yeah,
cool stuff.
We were in it all, and it's Scotland, and it's just beautiful. It's like they could have filmed Lord of the Rings in some of it.
Yeah.
And it was it was really, 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 really cool. And I'm trying to think. What else about it?
What else? What about your other cast members? You create some lifelong friendships, as they say. Were you a family?
I wasn't so much in with the family because I dotted in and out. They were every day together. So I'd come in thinking, oh yeah, hey guys, and then it's like they've developed their relationships way far.
Damn it.
But I got on with the main girl, Lisa. He played Mia or Maya. I never decided which one it was.
You just always said both names during the take.
Yeah,
Mia, Maya. We've got to get to the skeleton pirate or whatever. I don't know if there's skeleton pirates. I'm just
let's just put it in there. Yeah,
that's season 3.
That's season 3. Oh, don't say that. I still get questions.
Is there a season 3? Like, let's
not.
definitively say no season 3. Just give it 10 years. They'll reboot it.
Let's reboot it.
And you'll be a legacy character then.
Oh god, yeah. I'll come back and I'll actually have a beard. That's the one thing that I
you'll get a beard.
I had to grow out for the first time in my life some sort of stubble, and it came out all blonde and a bit brown and a bit ginger, and I was like, it just looked terrible. So for second season, I was like, let me cut this off. That is my one request. I just want to shave.
Let my opening scene be me shaving, please.
I thought there could be a scene.
You looking in the river with like a cutthroat razor.
Yeah, but then I thought, you know what? That's just going to be ridicule right there, because it's going to be like...
Hey, it's perfect fan cam.
Yeah, it's just bum fluff on my face that they're just trying to make it out like a beard.
It becomes a like Dollar Shave Club or like Harry's Razors ad.
Yeah,
just
literally.
halfway through.
Yeah.
If you don't want to talk about this, that's okay.
Bring it on.
But I'm curious about on-screen kisses. Because I know you've had to do a couple on-screen kisses.
I have.
How awkward is that? Or is it not awkward? Like,
actually, do you know what? Like, I'm gonna get killed for saying this by one person.
It was a good time.
It was a great time. It was one of the best scenes I've ever felt. Like it was such a good.
You're like, my acting's on point, right?
No, not the not the acting. No, definitely not. But the just how calm I felt. Because we were both nervous.
Well, I think that's very important. You had to feel relaxed.
Yeah, and I thought that was really, really important. I think my first on-screen kiss was something different. Like, it was a very quick peck or whatever. But then this is A-List season 2, and it was a big build-up in the characters. It was the hype, and make it out like it's the next Avengers.
Hey, it's to some people it is.
Some people
it is.
That quiet corner. And we were. I think. Well, I was a bit nervous, but she's so professional. Like, Lisa was so professional and amazing. And but then it was just I thought we just had a really good scene, and then that was just a consequence of the scene. And Dan, he was directing this one, and literally, I couldn't see any of the crew. It was literally we were just there with a fire.
Okay, well, I imagine that's handy.
It was really handy, and I know I'm kind of deviating away from the kiss, but it was awesome. It was like we were just there. And that's what was really cool. And so then you can kind of just chill into it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering. Because I know, obviously, it is just a kiss. But it is more like there's all these lights and crew members. That's what I mean. Yeah. So, no, if they made...
We popped a
you
mint.
feel a bit...
We popped a mint before.
You got a mint?
Yeah, but we were both like, let's both have a mint.
They didn't go to you, like, Max, mint now.
Yeah, mint. Just, Max, please have a mint. No, but it was... I don't want to say it was great, but it was...
No, it was a good experience for you and an interesting. Yeah,
it was really comfortable. Everyone was really cool and supportive. And me and Lisa got on so well as friends that it was like, this is just what it is.
Well, no, because it's not necessarily the kiss that I think is the awkward part. It's just like the whole situation of it, and like the whole and how I don't know.
You got to kiss.
You're being filmed and stuff, and it's all like you've got to pretend. So that's just what I mean. It's just like, what is that like?
Yeah, that's to be honest. Actually, I'd done a play before that where I had to do a lot more than that. Like I had to get.
What does that mean?
I don't know if you ever heard of it, but Spring
was this
Awakening.
Like an Amsterdam show?
It might as bloody well have been. It was this was with my drama class, and we used to put on plays every year. And one year we put on Spring Awakening, but it wasn't the musical version. It was the original, which is dark.
Damn,
it's so dark. And I played Melchior Gabor, and he was like the main guy. And he and there's literally a sex scene on stage.
Fair enough.
And it was a very intimate space, but luckily we cut out some of the sex scene. It was just kind of like I have to get the bum out.
So your booty's somewhere on there in a play?
But there's so much that can go wrong. Things can fall in places. It's just
oh God!
Awful.
So is that your? Was that your like most nervous moment as an actor?
Yeah.
Is the bum scene?
Yeah. It was the bum stuff. It was the.
This is making the fan count.
Oh my God! I told you I'd say the wrong thing. No, that was kind of like the whole inhibition's gone. Like that after that,
Okay.
I'm
But
fine with.
what was your
things.
character's motivation?
What was the motivation? I don't know what to say without sounding inappropriate. Like, he was just a horny teenager, and it was just
Fair enough. So I imagine at the time for you it was easy to play.
Oh yeah, it was so great. No, yeah, I won't go into that one.
So you had to get your bum out on stage. That's pretty nerve-wracking. I don't know. I feel like my bum I'd be more comfortable with more than anything, I guess.
Yes, yeah,
weirdly
definitely.
enough.
But it's the complications of getting everything off correctly so that you don't flash everything to an audience with your parents in it.
Oh God, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they might have seen a bit more of Max Lohan than we needed that night.
Yeah, I think so. And it was such a small little theatre.
Very intimate, the word would be.
You heard everything.
Yeah, they mic'd it up as well. They mic'd up your butt.
Yeah, I bet they did. Yeah.
Do you like the little side mics they have? They just had one of those coming on.
Oh my God. Let's end that one though.
Let's end that there. That is good. I think let's jump into like bodies in Enfield.
Let's do it, yeah.
I think because that is pretty cool. So, what was like the audition process for sort of both of them like?
They were. Do you know what? The first Bodies was quite chilled. Bodies was like one audition, and then I think. Let me think. Was it just one? God, I can't remember now. Maybe it was one. Maybe two.
Okay.
And yeah, it was just a self-tape. It was a kind of a nice short script. I mean, I don't have many lines. I think some lines may have been cut, but it was like there wasn't much speaking going on.
Yeah.
It was mainly like he was a presence in the house, and you know, he was just kind of always there. He was the faithful servant.
You were actually. I'll agree. You are a presence in that house.
I'm a presence.
No, because you're always in the back of shots and stuff, and I'm like, hey, there he is. You know, you're always.
Yeah.
You're like his sort of tough shadow
and the tough shadow of Stephen Graham. No, it was that was the coolest thing was Stephen Graham. It was like I can't believe he's in.
Yeah, you play his butler pretty much.
I play his butler.
Put it simple, you play his butler, which is cool. Do you have much butler experience?
No.
I don't know.
I've
you
worked
work
in
at
hospitality.
Yeah, you work in hospitality and stuff still.
Yeah, and luckily there's no butler things going on anymore. But it was when I was a kid, on my first few jobs. Yeah, I was like, you have to be
fair enough.
But
when you're a kid, you had to do a lot of butler work for your family and stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it was a pot wash. But we had to have boiling water. The guy was this Northern Irish dude who thought he was Gordon Ramsay. He was awful.
Oh yeah, they were like, I'm just going to stick my hand in this oven and pick up this boiling tray and act like it doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
I've seen people like that.
Shit like that. And he would he'd like, Max, get the fucking sirloin now. And he'd chuck a fucking rag at me, or he'd like, you know, he'd say, the water has to be hot. The water's fucking tepid right now. Put your fucking hand on that. And I put my hand in it, and it would go.
Oh God, yeah.
It was awful. I was a KP. I was 15. Anyway.
I know. Getting like the minimum of minimum wage as well.
I got like £4.90.
I know, and it's like,
what are you gonna do with £4.90?
Get 491 piece sweets.
I wish they still exist.
I know, 1 piece sweets is that anywhere anymore? Any corner shop, any sweet shop, anywhere in the country
They don't have the selection anymore. It's all those really expensive pay what it weighs kind of thing.
Oh God, yeah.
It's a rip-off. Then you get one fudge and it's like 10 quid.
Yeah, fudge is heavy, and you can quote me on that.
Yeah. I can't remember what the original question was. It was
we were just sort of talking about the auditions.
Yeah,
really.
The auditions. Yeah, no, but yeah, it was that one audition, and then I got the part, and then but the Bodies was actually really cool because as we have a mutual friend called Hugo, and his cousin.
Oh shit! Yeah. I forgot about this.
Yeah, and I didn't. That's not why I got the job, because we had no idea. We'd seen each other on set. I'd seen her about, and then we turn up to his party.
His big birthday that was a few years back. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just look at each other and see each other there, me and Sophie, and I'm like, what the hell?
Are you following me?
I'm not kidding. that kind of thing has kept happening with me and her. The weirdest one, we actually saw each other at 1:30 a.m. You can cut this out, maybe. It was like 1:30 a.m. and we're coming through the barriers at Turnham Green.
Okay.
Because we both live in Chiswick, though.
About to say, another coincidence.
And we're going through at the same time, and I looked to my left and I go, Sophie? She's like, Max, what? Like, shit like that.
There we go.
Anyway.
I think that's good, though. Because like I say, I think it's good if you keep bumping into these people, then they'll remember you.
There you go.
You know, they'll be like, that Max, oh, God, he's too hot for his own good.
Oh, check out my Pinterest.
Yeah, follow me on Pinterest.
Yeah.
And Enfield, was that
Enfield.
Similar audition process?
Yeah, that was two. That was two auditions. Yeah, and that was I had to do a Zoom call for the second audition, and I was there, and I met Jerry, the creator and director, and then a bunch of people, and I found out that it was a Met Film production.
I was going to ask about that. So Met Film, which is the school we both went to.
Yeah, Met Film School, and they have a production company, and they turned out to be doing it, to be producing the film. So I just kind of slipped in there and just went. I actually went to Met Film. I thought I've got to say it.
Yeah, no, it definitely helps. I would say.
I think it did.
Yeah, 100%.
But that was really good, and that was really cool. We went to the premiere last week.
Okay.
Literally a few days before it came out, and we went to the premiere there. We watched the whole thing. We had people from the actual Enfield Poltergeist with a real life story.
Yeah.
We had a few of them there, and I talked to one of the sisters, Margaret, the real woman.
Oh wow!
And it was just so surreal. And I brought my mum and dad to this one, and my mum was chatting her ear off and everything, and that was really cool. But it was weird to have them there.
So the Enfield Poltergeist is based off a real poltergeist in Enfield, blah blah. If you ever seen The Conjuring 2,
yes.
It's The Conjuring 2.
That's my favorite horror. That's like top 3.
Oh yes, up there for me.
Yeah,
love The Conjuring stuff.
It's fantastic.
So it's Conjuring 2, but this is pretty much as a documentary.
Yep.
Using all the real recordings, audio, records, notes, blah, blah, and then recreating the visuals pretty much.
Yeah.
Using handsome actors like Max Lohan here.
For example.
But one aspect, and you don't do loads of it, but you do the odd bit, you have to lip sync your lines to the recording.
Yeah.
How is that?
That was weird. So I didn't know how it was going to go. And then when I watched it, it was a bit jarring. You kind of then... As you watch the series, you go, actually, that kind of really worked. I
think as well that they're very upfront about it at the start. They're like, this is the real thing, and there's the actors lip reading. Like every episode, it says that at the start.
Yeah.
So I think that settles you in.
It does, and it's actually really, really cool. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it really kind of goes full circle, and you see why every decision's actually been made. And that's why I when I came out, it took me like a day to think about it. And I was thinking, that's amazing. Because I've not seen, there's only one other documentary that's done something similar. And I can't remember what it's called, but I've not seen it. But
never seen anything like this, so I was quite fascinated.
Yeah, and it's Jerry Rothwell, for God's sake. We edited his stuff at school.
Oh, is that one of the things we had to do?
How to Change the World?
Yeah, the whales.
That was his.
Wow. Did you mention that to him?
I did.
I re-edited your
I made your film better.
Yeah. My school said.
Yeah. Did you win an award for that? Well, maybe you shouldn't have. No. He can't take a compliment. He's so humble.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I think that's good. But yeah, it's honestly fascinating. And I was really excited for this before I knew you were in it.
Yeah. Because
again, I love Conjuring 2. Love like weird little horror, spooky things. We've been doing a lot of Halloween talk recently on this podcast, so people know how I feel about that. So I was really looking forward to it, and then I see you posting about it, pop it in. I'm like, oh my God, you're in this too? Hell yeah.
Yeah, boy.
And yeah, I really did enjoy it. But I was going to ask, you play Graham Morris, who's the photographer who took some, I would say, iconic pictures of like real haunting things, some spooky shots.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet him, the real guy?
I didn't.
Because he's like in it as well.
Yeah, I didn't get to meet him. He passed on some notes to me.
Okay.
Which were kind of minor, but then, I didn't expect them. But one of them was how to hold the camera. He said, you got to make sure this guy holds the camera correctly. I don't want to see him not holding it correctly. And I was like, oh my God.
Excuse me, I went to film school actually. This is a Met Film production right now we're in. So everything they know, I know.
Wait till you get a camera from that.
Yeah, well, I'm about to say it's the old-fashioned 70s cameras and stuff.
They've got these like the kits. All of it's metal. It's solid metal, and it's so weird to hold in the way you have to hold it.
Because it's like a box.
It's just a box. It's a heavy box.
So what was it like? Real working cameras, or is that a dumb question?
No, because a lot of these things are props usually.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
The prop department was sick. We had the whole like bottom floor of the studio in just to do with props, fixing them, and so they all worked. It's just we didn't put film in it, but they all completely worked. And I used the actual camera that he used.
Oh wow!
To take the pictures.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, and like there was this whole thing of like, oh, the ghost might be in the camera, like
maybe.
So
Did you have to have? Because I know The Conjuring 2. Maybe this is a bit dramatic, and maybe you need a bigger budget. They actually had like a priest come and do like a blessing at the start.
An exorcism. Yeah, well, we had. There is a scene of the exorcism going on, but I don't think we had that happen.
Just in case.
We had a lot of the real stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah, that is actually really cool.
Yeah, I tried to. I said, "Can I have the camera or a camera?" And they were like, "No."
Damn, Graham wants them back.
He wants them
back.
The
ghosts are in them.
No, but that was to play with those cameras and actually like
that is cool.
Take the pictures and stuff. It was really, really cool.
So, both of these are period pieces in a way, bodies being multiple periods, but you are in a past era, I guess,
the past era.
To put it simple.
Yep.
What was it like doing period pieces?
Awesome.
Yeah, because the costuming is really cool. That's like one thing I saw instantly.
Yeah, the tightest thing you've ever worn in your life. I asked multiple times, can we loosen this out? And I felt like a fatty saying it. But it was just everything was completely just tight.
Tucked in.
I won't go there. No, but it was the period, honestly, because it's quite high budget. We got to Hull. We filmed, do you know the street views of the 1890s? Like that was literally real. That was all, they decked it out.
Okay,
they brought fish markets, like real fish, oysters, potato, everything was
delicious.
Real. It was awesome. And you walk down this and it's like you've stepped back in time. And that was awesome.
That must be incredible, to just walk on and be like, "Wow, I'm in the 1800s right now."
Yeah. And everyone was like, we had horse carts and everything. You just see the odd AD running around and they'd have a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, that's just a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, but that was seriously cool. It was awesome. We went to this place, something manor. I'm forgetting the name of it now, but it was like the biggest privately owned home in the UK. And that place was weird. It had, like, where we did the dungeon scenes, everything was in this house.
Okay.
Like the drawing room scenes, and they decked it out and they made it look pretty.
Yeah.
But and I'm going a bit on a tangent here, but under this house was this basement, and you could go even deeper, and there was this pond at the bottom of it.
Sounds creepy.
It bloody is.
It sounds almost like Parasite, like someone could be down there.
Yeah, and it turns out what it was.
Where Mullins lives.
It's where Mullins has his own thing. There was this pond, and it was still there. The pond was in, and I think it was still full. And what they used to do back in the day is have their salmon and fish and everything put in there so they could have it year round.
Okay, yeah, and it wouldn't smell out everywhere else as well, I imagine.
Yeah, because they couldn't just transport it or Uber Eats it in, They literally just had this pond.
Just have a little lake.
Yeah, just had a little lake. But yeah.
So what are you doing? I'm going downstairs to fish.
Yeah, downstairs to fish. It was... Yeah,
I'm going in the basement to fish.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, before we move on,
go for
in terms of sets, the best place I've been... that I don't think I would not have been able to go there if it wasn't for filming, was at A-List season 2, and we go to this bunker, and it turns out it's a nuclear bunker that's been decommissioned recently.
Damn.
And it's a nuclear bunker, and it's under a motorway. You don't know it's there, and we go into this place, and it's barely touched.
Yeah.
There's a room full of like missiles and shit like that.
That's wild.
Yeah, obviously all taken down, but there's like strategy boards, old paintings of like one of the Queen.
You forget that these things exist. Like actual nuclear bunkers and stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds like film stuff.
Yeah.
But they're using the real ones for the films.
We used the real thing, and there was armories, there was everything, and you couldn't... I said, I want to go and explore. It's pitch black. And I said, let me take an AD and go and explore. Please, please, please. I begged them, and then we snuck off. And then they went, actually... just got warning from the safety crew, you can't go too deep. It was layered.
Oh wow.
These long corridors layered as you go in, and it went down just as long. And they said, if you go through a door and that door locks,
oh yeah, you're fucked.
You have no oxygen.
You are fucked.
This is a nuclear bunker, remember that. I was like, fuck.
That is crazy. That is super cool. Because that's awesome. Something you can't... There's no tourist attraction like that.
There isn't. And I go back and I think, I can't believe I went there. Like, no one's going to go there. Anyway, it was awesome.
That is very cool. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I just want to say also just congratulations. I've not even said that yet because you've done some really cool stuff. I know Body has nearly 60 million hours viewed.
Really?
Or something around that. Yeah, it might be a little behind because I googled this morning.
No.
Like, still 60 million hours.
It's pretty cool.
And if you think about it, I think the show's like 7.5 hours overall because they're all like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Just to jump back to Enfield, because I forgot to ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts and spirits and stuff?
Yes, I think I do. I think
okay.
From the things that I heard on that set.
Oh wow! That convinced you.
that made it a bit more real, but also other things in like personal life and stuff. I've like my family before have been to like mediums and stuff, and we're not really with all that, and we never really believed in it. But then some things were said, and other people, like other family members, have been to mediums, and they've just known things that they can't know.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And that's not Googleable, like, at all. Who's on the hot...
I'm about to say, Max, you're too hot for your own good.
I'm going to keep bringing that up. Let's go on the CV.
No, I've been to a medium before.
Yeah, what do you think?
I just think it's fascinating, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know what's true yet because it's not happened. But I'd love to go to another medium, a different medium, and just to see if there's any overlap.
Well, yeah. And you think, well, I don't know. I think there is definitely something. I think it's definitely something because of the things that I've heard, and it's just kind of like I can't explain it. I'm not going to go ahead.
It is weird. Yeah. This is so dumb. I think this really explains who I am as a person. To be fair, at the end of it, the lady goes, and it was the classic sort of like older lady, just lives in some house that I went to. Do you have any questions for me, bloody blah? At the end, and I was like, I know this is going to sound weird, but I'm more just curious. I was like, say someone comes to you. And you sense like some really dark stuff in them that they might do something bad or like something like that. I was like, how would you go about that? Would you try to warn them, or is there like a sort of you can't intervene too much rule? Like I was like, how would you go around that? And then she was just like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Are you gonna do something? Like, what are you trying to say?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just curious." But it was when I was like, "Are you okay?" Like they were concerned about me, and I was like, "No, I just want to know what you'd do."
Yeah, like what would you? Yeah,
yeah. If you saw a murderer, like you could tell that someone's going to do something like that in the future. Would you bring it up?
It's deflection.
Or would you be?
They've deflected the question there.
Yeah,
like
fully.
I don't have an answer.
You're like, this kid's thought he's too good.
He's too good.
She did say, I have a little bit of the gift, and I was like, great. I don't know what that means. Never really. I don't know if I do, but she said that to me.
That's pretty.
That
cool.
goes on my CV.
Tune in, man.
I'll tune in.
Get the radio waves on and just see what you hear, and if it's one of your own thoughts, see how do you. There must be a thing.
Oh yeah, you're just judging somebody.
Yeah, you just like, is that my conscience or is that some ghost? Like this person's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I do think it's curious because what if you can tell someone's just a dick?
Exactly. Yeah, and if you have the sixth sense of knowing if someone's a dick, then.
Yeah, what do you do about that? Do you say, hey, man,
you sell it in a bottle.
I got to stop you from being a dick now because in 2 years, you're going to be a real prick.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen Phoenix Nights?
Yeah. Years ago.
Clinton Baptiste. I've watched this recently.
Oh, yes.
Got to be cool to be kind. And he's there like, I'm only telling you what the spirits are telling me. And he's like telling them all.
He's like, I'm getting the word nonce.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh, they don't make TV like that anymore.
No, they don't.
But they do make prestigious Netflix shows. And,
they do.
And Apple TV documentaries.
There you go. And they convince people that ghosts are real. I definitely think there's something, and I think there's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
But then there are some things which are just like, right, something else is going on.
Yeah, I agree. Let's answer a question not about you. You stand up, you leave. You just storm out. You're like, fuck this, Sonny. You said I could talk about myself for as long as I want.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Stephen Graham?
Oh my God.
Because like you are in a few scenes. You guide him at one point and everything.
I guide him. I pretty much guide him, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You guided him through that set.
Yeah, no. That was the coolest thing. And I call it a lack of prep, but everything I was looking at, like maybe I didn't get the call sheet till the day before, whatever it was, but in terms
classic.
of the script and information I was given, I didn't know he was on the cast list.
Okay, so you just knew the characters.
Yeah, even the pictures in the production trailer, I was looking who's in it, and I didn't see his for whatever reason. And I turn up on set, it's like we're doing a church scene, and I just see him and I go, Heart sinks.
Yeah.
He's in it. Oh my God. What character is he playing? I look at all my scenes. It's the same name. I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
All my scenes were with Stephen Graham. I haven't prepared for this. Oh my God. Oh my God. And yeah, and the case in point, on the first day of working with him, second day of working with him, he comes to me and he gives me some advice.
Oh, cool.
I was just so nervous that I was like, I've got to be on it. No, actually, just calm yourself down, relax, enjoy it. And he comes to me and he says, you've got to be like, you as a butler, you have to be a ninja. You got to be like a ninja, and you're on it. You see everything.
He was just using you as like, so what we're going to do, we're going to method act. During this entire set, I want you to be my butler. Go get me some crisps. ASAP.
Yeah. And
so, yeah, he was saying about the butler, sorry.
So, no, it's okay. No, it's bang on. No, and yeah, and then I was like, okay, concentrate. Comes to my cue, and I'm still looking at the wall. I'm like staring at this wall.
Yeah, you're thinking to yourself, I've got to be ready. I've got to concentrate. I've got to listen out for the...
At the corner of my eye, I just see Stephen Graham there with this glass that I was meant to go and take. And I go... And he's just laughing his head off. And I'm like, no.
At least he was laughing. Yeah. At least he was a good sport about it.
He was so nice. He's a hero, and it was crazy. It was unbelievable to see him work. He was just on and off. He just could do it all.
Fair enough.
Very talented. All expectations. Really lovely guy. Should have got a picture with him. Didn't.
Yeah, but sometimes it is awkward. Like, if I ever meet a celebrity, and I'm rarely like, let me get a picture.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, I also don't really approach celebrities if I see them in public.
Yeah, I'd rather have a conversation with them so that maybe in my mind they'll remember me more because I didn't ask for a picture.
Yeah, no, 100%. Or like, if I have met people, I'm literally just like, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Like, that's my first line. It's like, I just want to say, I love your work or whatever, and leave.
Yeah, and get out. Get in, get out. But yeah, he was amazing. I don't know, I couldn't speak more highly of him, but it was very surreal. Everyone was lovely as well. That was actually a really nice crew because I did a really bad job last year.
Oh, I was going to ask about worst on-set experience.
I don't know if I could even say it. No. It was really refreshing. Same with the Enfield Poltergeist. That's the Enfield Poltergeist was what I did after this terrible job, and it was a breath of fresh air. Everyone was so lovely, and I think that's happening more now. People are nicer.
Yeah.
People aren't dicks. They're not trying to kiss ass too much to get ahead because they know it's disingenuous. But I just want the crew to love me. So I just say, just be nice. Just be yourself around the crew. But then when it comes to concentrating and being in the kind of present in the moment with filming, what you're there to do, I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Now we gotta act.
I get that.
That's what I'm working out.
And maybe you think like that of the crew because, again, you went to film school. Which was very much a production-based, it wasn't an acting class.
Not at all. Well, it turned out to be one for me because it ended up being... Yeah. The way things worked out was actually... I don't know if you want to segue onto this, but with film school, we were kind of unlucky enough to be during COVID, so we were on and off.
Yeah, very true.
School. Obviously, we were really unfortunate to get into the pandemic, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But... what I found from there was that, I went into writing instead. I wasn't good with the cameras. I accepted that early on. So I went
until you
writing.
Had to be Graham Morris or what? I forgot his name. Sorry,
yeah, Graham Morris. You got it bang on there. Yeah.
I think because there's also Stephen Graham
and Graham Morris. If I can keep
Mullins,
and
it's
Mullins.
like M's and G's and
young Mullins. But
young Mullins.
Yeah, I forgot the name actually when I turned up to the premiere.
Max, who are you playing? I'm playing old Mullins. Oh fuck! Shit.
Oh god, he wasn't there though. I really wanted to meet him as well. Old Mullins. Sorry.
That's also cool that you had someone play an old version of you.
He was in the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I looked at his thing as well, and I was like, this guy's done some cool shit.
I was like really starstruck, and I really wanted to meet him, but he just wasn't in a lot.
Fair enough.
And why would we cross over at different time periods?
Hey, it's bodies.
It's bodies, man. It gets real.
It's timey-wimey stuff.
Oh my god, yeah.
Sorry, I feel like if there's people listening to this who do they like things to get wrapped up, because we're just like going from one thing and then falling on to like different thing, they're probably so frustrated, but suck it. Yes. The two different sorry and suck it.
We will wrap some things up. So let's, where were we?
We're at film school, COVID.
Film school, COVID. So the writing. I got into the writing. I got into that. I really enjoyed that. And that actually was something that was informative to acting. Not to sound too douchey.
No, of course.
But like that's something that I was like, oh my God, it's like identical. The prep is almost identical in most ways. And then I was like, great, well, found my new love. So I just wrote and did that during COVID. And then ended up finding that just really informed the acting side, which I thought was really cool. And that's what really helped films. That's what really helped me at film school, and also understanding that there's like just kind of getting a respect across the board, understanding what each job had to do.
Yeah, that was a big thing for me as well.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I went there for, was to get an understanding of everything, and then that just gave me a respect for everything. Okay. So that I thought that's a really good way to go into a job.
So was that the reason you decided to go to a film school, not a acting school necessarily?
Yeah, I felt like by that point with acting school, I did go for acting schools, and I was in the audition process. But then during the audition process for a bunch of different ones, I got a job. I got the A-list season 1.
Okay.
So I went with the job, and I thought if I go back now, and I've got to try and do something with this, and I felt like I'd had a good enough training in Manchester, to be able to go out and use that then. So then, and then I had a year or two thinking, no, I should have gone to drama school. But then it's a buffer. I was working with people from drama school, and I was like, okay, their process is not much different to mine.
I get that. And especially, obviously, like I said, the COVID of it all, maybe if you went to drama school, that would have also been affected in the way.
It would have been even worse, I think. I don't think you would have been able to do anything. Like, how can you...
Zoom scenes?
Zoom scenes, that would have been so bad.
Yeah, because Zoom's already awkward enough trying to, like, talk over each other and not...
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to do a dramatic, like...
Yeah, what? It's your line. I said it.
I said it. It's just buffering. You froze.
You froze.
It's like, no, I'm just in the moment.
Just trying to get into character. I need absolute silence.
Do you have an acting goal you'd like to do, say, in like 5 years, in the next 5 years? What's your goal?
My goal? Oh God!
I know that's a very vague question.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know.
Keep acting. Just keep working.
Just keep getting jobs. I want to reach a next level. That sounds so podcasty.
No.
I want to reach like another level of where I am. I feel like I've done well this past year or two, and it's been great.
Yeah.
But
do you think you're on the cusp of like? I don't want to use the word breaking because I would say you've broken, but like breaking in fully.
No, like fully trying to break in, trying to get some new ground. I feel like I'm finding a niche. I'm finding like avenues of getting into certain things, and I know what kind of work I want to do now. So I've got a much clearer kind of vision of what I want to do. And that's difficult because at the beginning you just have to wing it and think, oh, just give me any job. I'll take anything. And now it's like, okay, I'll still take any job, but I know more of what I want to do. So, which is great.
Yeah, so I think better places to look, I guess.
Yeah. I think the goal is just to improve the craft.
Yeah,
at this
fair
point.
Enough.
Improve it as much as I can. Practice what I preach.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Is there an actor or actress or thespian you really would want to work with one day? And I know there's probably 1,000, but
yeah. There is. Oh well, sadly, my favorite actor. I'm gonna say favorite actor as past is Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh yeah, amazing though. Amazing work.
I wish I could have worked with him. But I mean, Stephen Graham was the.
Well, no, that is definitely up there.
Was the next one. I'd love to work with him on a more personal capacity where I've properly.
You want the sequel?
Yeah,
where Mullins and him,
our spin-off series,
yes.
DC, Oh, I'd love to work with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, very good.
I'd love to work with him.
I always say, he's one of like the real actors of the modern day, if that makes sense. Because I feel like there's a lot of actors who are not scraping by, but are just like, they're good at what they do, but they're not like
they're not
actors.
Nailing it every time.
They're not actors,
Yeah.
He is. I also think Andrew Garfield, he's like, I know they're not that young, they're like nearly 40 maybe, but like the younger side, not the De Niro's.
They look young.
Well, that's what I mean, but they're like, I can see them being the next, like, they're real actors.
They are, yeah, I'm so impressed, but I'm so in awe of Jake Gyllenhaal. I just don't get how he does it. And I just love to, I've seen every single one of his films, and I think I'd love to be on a set with him.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to see how he does. Because I'm kind of always looking for kind of permission to do certain things, because I'm always worried, like, okay, if I was to do this on set, would the crew just think I'm a douche or whatever? But do I need to do that to get there? And I think I need to see what a professional actor does on a set to be able to go, okay, that's okay to do.
That's the way.
Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like you're stepping on people's toes, because like you've got to do your job at the end of the day. As long as you're not impeding on other people's process, You're good.
Yeah, I know we're not allowed to call you this anymore, but you're the talent.
Oh, you can't say that anymore.
I've been told you're not allowed to call them talent. Also, extras isn't a thing anymore. Like being an
yeah.
extra, you're a background
Essays.
artist.
It's essays or background artists, yeah.
Yeah, what's SA stand for? Supporting.
Supporting artists.
Yeah, you're not an extra anymore.
Why is an extra like? It's not belittling.
Apparently it is, but I don't think it is. I think if you care that much about being called an extra,
You got a bit too much of an ego.
yeah. You're an extra.
You are just an extra cog.
I'm a background artist, honey.
I'm a background artist. I'm a
I bring
supporting
art
artist.
to the backgrounds.
Oh yes.
Well, I don't want to take up all your time. I don't know how long we've been going,
Oh,
but we started this. This is what I mean by these tangents. We started this. I asked you a simple question. Do you have any siblings?
oh my god.
You said you have an older sister.
I have an older sister.
How many years older?
She's 4 years older.
That's like the same as me and my sister there,
Yeah?
because it's 3 to 4 depending on where we are in the year.
Oh, see, ours is 4 to 5.
Oh,
It's
okay.
completely different. So.
Yeah, it's a very different situation.
Yeah, it's my sis.
So I don't want to call her out, but best and worst things about your sibling.
We're good now.
No, I think the older you get,
You get-
me and
you get
Ruby
better.
especially, and honestly doing this podcast has caused a few
Riffs.
riffs would be a good word, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also made us chat more than we've ever have, honestly, at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the older you get, the more civil you become.
You get more civil. You grow up a little bit.
Yeah.
But there are always those things that keep happening. Best thing about her, she is very much. She's like such a lovely sister. She always checks in with me. Even though I'm crap at that.
Yeah,
So
same.
she always checks
Same.
in with me. She always just like, hey, how you doing? She'll call me on the way back from work and always trying to like stay present and all that stuff, which is great and I really appreciate it. And then I don't give it back. But I don't mean to. It's just when you have that all the time, it's just like, yeah, I think you take it for granted.
Yeah, I get that.
But I think the worst thing, let's talk about the worst thing.
The worst thing.
I think when we were kids, it was just like she just annoyed the hell out of me. There's all these double standards and just like you're wrong and all that. She used to sit on me when I was little and pull my hair, and I blamed her.
I mean, have you always had the luscious locks
Since I was 10.
since you were 10?
Yeah,
And
my head kept getting bigger, my ears were big, and I
Oh,
was just
you're
like, I
like,
need to
"Gotta hide
grow
them."
this shit. I gotta hide it. So then, yeah, since then she pulled my hair. But I used to have an absolute skinhead, and then I had a Mohican.
Oh, wow.
I think I copied David Beckham, and I had a Mohican, the full all the way down, and I had a few different hairs. I had horns at one point, and then I grew it.
That's more creative than I've ever done.
Yeah,
Horns?
I had horns.
I need to go get a haircut. I
I did
actually
a
do
little
need a haircut.
gel with horns. No, that's cool. It's like shaggy. It's nice.
Yep.
I don't know if that was offensive.
No, it's all right. It's my favorite Scooby-Doo character, so.
No, not really any bad qualities of my sister. She's good.
Okay, that's good. We don't want to slander her too hard.
Don't want to sound it too hard. We don't know how many people are going to see this.
Hey, well, I think... Is there anything you want to say to the fans, actually? Because there's definitely going to be... I think there'll be some A-listers out there that have come and found this.
I found this. Thank you very much for watching the show, supporting it, and creating those edits. They're very appreciated.
Yes, I love them. So if you think you're not doing them for anyone, you're doing them for me. Because I generally do love them.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's it. The small amount of fans. Cheers.
Yeah, we love it. Well, I'm a big Max Lohan fan. I would say I'm the number one Max Lohan fan. And if you want to challenge me on that, let me know. We'll
His
have
address
a
is
fight. Yes. No, well, that's when we will meet at Wembley, and that's the battle arena.
That's it.
And, when it gets Max.
Yep.
Simple as. And I think we can wrap it up there.
Fantastic.
I've set a challenge out to the world. Well, thank you. Check out Bodies on Netflix. It's there right now.
Yeah.
The Enfield Poltergeist, also Apple TV. It's there right now.
And for Poltergeist?
A-List is still on Netflix. Hopefully it'll stay on Netflix forever.
Yep. I actually have another show coming out.
Oh, hell yeah. I was going to ask you that. What you got coming up?
I've got Sanctuary coming out on AMC Plus.
Oh, cool.
On January 4th. Be There, Be Square. That's kind of about a community that is shaped by the death of a beloved kind of character in their town.
okay.
And it's all about kind of modern day, a little bit of like, the cancel culture, how you deal with things and victim blame. And it's got all these brilliant things
All the
in
big
there.
beats.
And it's got witchcraft.
Oh, perfect. It's always the little sprinkle on top. We've got these
Always.
political messages and then witches.
Oh, yeah. Witches, boy. It's going to be good.
I'm looking forward to it. I'll definitely check it out.
Cheers.
But no, I will just end it by saying I do think, Bodies and Enfield are very good. Both of them are good. Two good things.
Yeah.
One of them could have been bad.
I know they could have been crap.
Well, one of them could have been bad, and the other one could have been good, but they're both good things.
Amazing. Thank you very much. I'm very happy.
No, I've really enjoyed watching them, and I would say, yeah, definitely check them out. I know this podcast has been a little bit different to what we usually do, but I've had a blast. Thanks for joining us.
I had a great time. Thank you for my first time.
It's okay. I'll take your podcast virginity, and we'll get it plastered on the wall right there, so everyone knows.
Amazing. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Check us out on. I'm going to do this outro thing all the time. I'm trying to think what it is. Check us out on YouTube at Payne Simple Podcast. Obviously, Apple and Spotify the same. I'm at Instagram at sonny_Payne. What's your Instagram, Max?
Max R Lohan.
Any other places they want to find you, or is that sort of everything as well?
That's pretty much it.
Perfect. And that's the show, I believe. Send any emails or whatever to payneandsimplepodcast@gmail.com. Leave us a review and all that. Max, you got any advice for the people?
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. I love it. Thank you very much. Catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.